Respected friends, welcome. Consistently, when we involve with our faculties into the world, in the world, the worldliness, the samsara, is maintained for eternity. In the same way, consistently, when we expose our ears, our heart, our mind, our intellect for the truth, for the Lord, those beautiful samskaras, knowledge, start entering into us. The first ones are destructive, binding. These ones are the constructive and liberating. For both, to expose ourselves to the binding samsara, to expose ourselves to the liberating shastra and sadhana, the choice always is ours. According to our some punya, Guru Kripa, sometimes avoiding the first one, doing second becomes natural effect. But it won't be sufficient. Because again, when that effect of Kripa, Punya goes away, again we are back to choosing the first thing called samsara. This is how every day, like a makhi, not like a honeybee. The makhi has no discrimination. Sometimes it falls on the eatables, the sweets, the flowers, even at the feet of the Lord in the puja mandir. But the same makhi again falls in the dirt and filth also there. Our mind in the beginning stages is like this, but it won't help. We have to train ourselves to be like the madhumakhi, the honey bee, which can never go anywhere than other than the flower, and also only for the honey. So by default, by the blessings, by krupa, coming to the study of Shastra is one thing. For that, let us do more and more punya upasana, prarthana. But along with that, consciously using our intellect, discriminating between the worldly life and spiritual life, knowing for certain that which is glorious and greater among them, choosing by our own choice the spiritual life and sticking to it in spite of all difficulties is our sadhana. Now, what's happening is by God's grace, we are able to attend. But by our own choice, not only attending, but we are able to try to be 100% present with our mind, intellect in the class, try to grasp the message from every mantra, every sentence of the Bhashya. More importantly, which is tough now, but still it is required to be done, is to carry home this information and doing manana and chintana on that. Of one Upanishad or one topic, if we can sufficiently do the manana chintana, the required vairagya, required jignasa, required inspiration to discover the Lord by all outer and inner efforts comes. Yesterday, as we were seeing, whether it is in the Vibhishana Kruta, Ramastuti as Parabrahma, whether we see the Sutaji telling the final knowledge is to Shukamuni, or the Mundaka Upanishad, or this, any one portion, if we can deeply involve in through Manana Chintana, required detachments, required inspirations come to us. And that effort we have to consciously try to do bit by bit, little by little, in life as well as in spirituality. What works, what counts is how much consciously we are able to put the effort in doing what we are supposed to do. In the world, the dharma, the punya, the upasana, adi, in the spirituality, the study, the inquiry, the meditation, adi. consciously, even little done, that really becomes beautiful. And goal is what? Consciously, 24 hours, we are only in the theme of the Lord, either through the Shravana from our Acharyas, or through the Swadhyaya by ourselves, or through contemplation, or even higher than that, through meditation. 24 into 7, we are always with the truth. To reach to that goal, the beginning is our own conscious efforts, little by little, along with the Guru Bhagavad Kripa. Only effort, it will not sufficient. And only depending on the Krupa, we don't do anything, that also won't help. What is in our hands, that also we have to recognize and do. If we don't recognize what is in our hands and we have to do, then though we have, because we have the ability to do, we end up in doing that which is pratikula, not anukula, for our spiritual sadhana. So therefore, feel that when I can do this and that things of the world, I can do my spiritual sadhana also. When I have resources for them, I have resource for this also. When I am taking initiative for them and doing those worldly things, I can take initiative and do my spiritual sadhanas also, of opening the book, of chanting the mantras, of knowing the meaning of each word of the mantra, of knowing the meaning of the total shloka, of knowing the meaning of shloka through the bhashya and finding its meaning in our life. I can do and I have to do and then I shall do. In this way, the one who embarks on the spiritual front, then while doing and after doing, extending gratitudes and prayers again to that infinite Lord and His grace and to the Guru Parampara and the Guru Tattva and Guru Maharaj. He is the one who is doing the thing rightly. So may we all discover all these things thoroughly in us as we are being regular and serious in our study. May the God Guru Parampara bless us in this. Thus, our mind intellect slowly gets weaned away from the routine worldly binding things and they start getting fully occupied throughout the day in spirituality, because this is necessary for eliminating all the non-positive things from us and filling our bosom with all the positive. If this is not done, we will again be back into the world, expecting temporary pleasures but getting bound permanently. What is the permanent bondage or long term bondage for small little pleasures in the world? One, the vasana formation. Second, the habit formation. Third, thinking that that is necessary and I can't be without that. Therefore, fourth, becoming enslaved to the world with all our faculties. For example, as we are now, with so many things, beings, and doings throughout the day, as if they are so essential that without them we cannot live. In that way, fully, wholeheartedly, we involve in so many unnecessary things, unwanted things, non essentials that even God also cannot dare to tell us that, oh dear, you are wasting your time, energy in that, because we'll question Lord, we'll fight with the Lord, we try to refute the Lord. We say, you just have no right to involve in my life. It is my choice. It is my life. Whatever I want, I will do. So even to argue with the Guru, Shastra and God in a strong way, whatever the strength required, all the justification required, all that we have for the worldliness, that much we get enslaved, which is an example. That's what we are doing nowadays. So conversely, when we keep on openly exposing ourselves to the Shastra Jnanam, it takes time, that the first the convictions, then the glory of that knowledge and the glory of that anubhuti, as it happens in us, then we start giving value to the spiritual sadhana as much as possible. This is how everyone, from whatever the stage he is, grows to reach to what exactly he is, the self inside. So may all our attempts every day which we are doing should not be mechanical, should not be mere external show offs. May they gather all the intensity, all the depth, all the sincerity required for it to become fruitful in making us realize our essential self, thus get liberated from all the non essential not self. Let us today also dedicate ourselves through the study of Shastras to the divine, to the truth. Our first Taittiriya chanting, then Taittiriya study with Bhashyam, then Yoga Darshana with Vyasa Bhashyam, then Mundaka with Shankara Bhashyam, Bhagavad Gita, ninth chapter, last few shlokas, then Bhagavatam, 12th Skandha, 12th chapter, beautiful shlokas, which we are listening from Sutaji about the glory of the Bhagavata Mahapurana, and through that Purana, knowing the glory of Bhagavat Paramatma, through that knowing the glory and necessity of becoming devotee to the Lord, and how to become, all that also is given, as well as the Tattva Jnana of the Lord. All this is being described, we are seeing. 10th Skandha, we are just seeing Lord Krishna's Leelas. And in the Ashtottaram, so beautiful, for every day the same Lord in different Rupa, different Ashtottaras, we are remembering and praying to make our lives fully fruitful through spiritual sadhana and evolution. So, this is what we have to do vigorously, intensely, deeply involved, yet with full relaxation. When we learn this art, then what we are supposed to do from our side, we are doing. Then the what and when the Lord has to bless, we can leave it to Him. Let us start. We have chanted yesterday completely. What the first one, the Siksha Valli, Shiksha. Second, let us come to Dvitiya Brahmananda Valli in our Parayanam. Om Atad Dvitiya Brahmananda Valli. Om Sahana Vavado Sahanau Bhunakto Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ॐ ब्रह्मविदाप्नोति परं तदेशाभ्युक्ता सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्म यो वेदनिहितं गुहायां परमे व्योमन् सोऽश्नुते सर्वान् कामान् सह ब्रह्मणा विपश्चितेति तस्माद्वा एतस्मादात्मन आकाश सम्भूतः आकाशाद्वायुः वायोरग्निः अग्नेरापः अद्भ्यः पृथिवी पृथिव्या ओषधयः ओषधीभ्योऽन्नम् अन्नात् पुरुषः स वा एष पुरुषोन्नरसमयः तस्येदमेव शिरः अयं दक्षिणः पक्षः अयमुत्तरः पक्षः अयमात्मा इदं पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति अन्नाद्वै प्रजाः प्रजायन्ते याः काश्च पृथिवीकश्रिताः अतो अन्नेनैव जीवन्ति अथैनदपि यन्त्यन्ततः अन्नगं हि भूतानां ज्येष्ठम् तस्मात् सर्वौषधमुच्यते सर्वं वै तेन्नमाप्नुवन्ति येन्नं ब्रह्मोपासते अन्नगं हि भूतानां ज्येष्ठम् तस्मात् सर्वौषधमुच्यते अन्नात् भूतानि जायन्ते जातान्यन्नेन वर्धन्ते अद्यतेत्ति च भूतानि तस्मादन्नं तदुच्यत इति तस्माद्वा एतस्मादन्नरसमयात् अन्योन्तर आत्मा प्राणमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविदताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य प्राण एव शिरः व्यानो दक्षिणः पक्षः अपानौ उत्तरः पक्षः आकाश आत्मा पृथिवी पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति प्राणं देवा अनुप्राणन्ते मनुष्याः पशवश्च ये प्राणो हि भूतानामायुः तस्मात् सर्वायुषमुच्यते सर्वमेव त आयुर्यन्ति ये प्राणं ब्रह्मोपासते प्राणो हि भूतानामायुः तस्मात् सर्वायुषमुच्यत इति तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य तस्माद्वा एतस्मात् प्राणमयात् अन्योन्तर आत्मा मनोमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविदताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य यजुरेव शिरः ऋक्दक्षिणः पक्षः सामोत्तर पक्षः आदेश आत्मा अथर्वाङ्गिरसः पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् ॐ गुरुपुङ्गवपुङ्गवकेतनते समतामयतां नहि कोऽपि सुधीः शरणागतवत्सलतत्त्वनिधे भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम् ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः ओम श्री वेदव्यास वैशंपायन याज्ञवल्क्याद्य शंकरादिगुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां साधनानां गुरुपरम्परायाः देवतापरम्परायाः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्व शांति कल्याण एकता प्राप्त्यर्थम अस्मिन् कर्मणि ये निश्चिताः तेषां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थम श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः पारायणमध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत ओम यस्माज्जातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रणीयते येनेदन्धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः येनिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते ओमथ तृतीया भृगुवल्ली ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतो तद्वक्तारमवतो अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ओम शांति 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 ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ओम शांति 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 ओम अथ Prathamonuvakaha. Let us chant the first Anuvaka of the Bhruguvalli 2 times. Om Bhrugurvaivārunihi Varunam Pitaramupasasara Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti Tasma Etat Provacha Annam Pranam Chakshushrotram Manovachamiti Tagum Hovacha Yato va imani bhutani jayante ये न जाता निजीवन्ते संविशन्ति यत्प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्ति तद्विजिज्ञासस्व तद्ब्रह्मेति सतपोतप्यत सतपस्तप्त्वा भृगुर्वै वारुणिः वरुणं पितरमुपससार अधीहि भगवो ब्रह्मेति तस्मा एतत् प्रोवाच अन्नं प्राणं चक्षुश्रोत्रं मनोवाचमिति तगुं होवाच यतो वा इमानि भूतानि जायन्ते ये न जातानि जीवन्ति यत्प्रयन्त्यभिसंविशन्ति तद्विजिज्ञासस्व तद्ब्रह्मेति सतपोतप्यत सतपस्तप्त्वा. Friends, in the time of Veda Kala, the disciples were very pure hearted, very sharp. Therefore, Guru was needing only to indicate to them the knowledge. As we see in every of the Upanishad, there are only few mantras. And the disciple used to do a sufficient amount of the homework of contemplation and meditation to reach out to the knowledge or the experience that is indicated. Wherever he gets faltered, then he will ask the Guru. Guru will rectify or correct. But in today's world, we being so much into the worldliness, that zero of the spirituality we have, and mana buddhi also are so thick that they don't have that piercing subtlety and that purity or calmness. Therefore, we need acharyas, gurus who elaborately, repeatedly explain each word and sentence along with all the meanings and sadhanas there. Even then, like those times of disciples, we as a disciple again have like them the responsibility of whatever told to us the knowledge of Upanishads repeatedly to retain it, receive it, retain it. Again, we have to do the munching of that, the contemplation, the vicharana of that. Then only drop by drop that essence starts coming to us. Even after that, because of the world we are in, the Kali Yuga, there are umpteen number of chances for us to forget all that essence gained because of our importance given to the worldly things. Sometimes truly they are important because of our duties and our obligation. Therefore, what is the way? Repeatedly, we have to keep on doing that, then only it is remembered. As we saw in the introduction, so much so that throughout the day, even though we are involved in some of our duties, but predominantly our heart should long for the truth, our intellect should remember all the knowledge gained of the truth, and mind should remember all the mantras. In this way, even in this Kali Yuga, possible to recognize the truth and realize, provided in this way we prepare ourselves. Now Shikshavalli gave us so many upasanas. Then Brahmanandavalli told us purely the Brahma Prapti, the entire Jnanam, Brahma Vidya it is called. Now we are into the third Bhrugu. In this, what is Bhashyakara finally said? Parisamapta Brahmavidya. Then what is there now to teach you? Atha Parisamapta cha Brahmavidya Atha Param. Even after this, Brahmavidya Sadhanam. The sadhana for the Brahma Vidya, what it is, tapaha, vaktavyam, that has to be explained. That is why the Shruti Mata and the Rishis and Guru Parampara took up this task of teaching the third Bhruguvalli. And what else? Annadi Vishayani cha Upasanani Anuktani. Annadi Vishayas are very superficially, tentatively told. They have to be taken up for the Upasana and how to do that Upasana so that in and through them we recognize the Brahman that also is left over, has not been explained. So to explain to that also, ati iti atha idam arabhyate. This third Bhruguvalli starts. Again, like the earlier two Vallis, the first Anuvakam can be taken as the Moola Anuvaka for the development of thought in the further Anuvakas. The Sutra Rupi, Mantra and Anuvaka we can talk. So, as it is said in the introduction just now, Isa, so the sadhana is tapasya, sadhana is upasana. Therefore, those two things are told in this first Anuvaka, of which word by word meaning we saw day before yesterday, and yesterday we started trying to understand it with the Bhashyam. And we are going slowly, steadily to take the essence of every word and every sentence in a relaxed mood so that maximum gaining we get from it, either it is information or the knowledge or the confirmation, conviction or the inspiration or initiative to do that sadhana indicated in that. So how we started here ki akhyayika vidya stutaye. Okay, so the why this Bhruguvalli, unlike the other two, is in the form of Akhyayika, in the form of Katha, in the form of the story, is Vidya Stutaye, for doing the Stuti of Vidya. So, what is the special Stuti done through this Akhyayika is one thing is to say that it is not a mere somebody said somewhere, but actually there was a guru, there was a disciple, there happened between them the discussion of this Brahma Vidya, and thoroughly that Guru conveyed that Vidya to the disciple. The deserving disciple duly has put his effort and reached to ultimate. You understand? So this is how the Vidya Stuti happens through this Akhyayika. सेकंड स्तुति क्या है विद्या का? इट इज सेड हियर कि प्रियाय पुत्राय पित्रा उक्ता इति. This is the second meaning of Vidya Stuti, for which this Akhyayika or the Kathanika is told. Instead of just telling plainly or vaguely without referring to anybody, generally the satsangas go on. The Vedanta Granthas. Purana में तो कथाएं तो होते हैं. So in such Vedantic Grantha. So the second reason is what? So beautiful. Priyaya Putraya Pitra Ukta Vidya iti. Priyaya Putraya, for his most dearest son, Pitra, Pitru, Pitra. Pitra is the third case, instrumental. By the father, Ukta means spoken, Vidya, Iti. This is again the Stuti of the Vidya. So here we have seen the father has all love for his son. He gave everything. But yet, the best thing is not yet given. The best is the Brahma Vidya. So therefore, the Brahma Vidya the Guru Maharaj gave, or the father Guru gave to the son disciple. Therefore, he wants his son to also get the knowledge and illumination. So he expresses his love to his son in the form of giving this विद्या. तो यहाँ विद्या का स्तुति क्या हुआ कि मुक्ति देने वाले विद्या को पिता वरुण ने भृगु पुत्र को दिया. विद्या स्तुति. Second one, from the disciple side also, the son disciple, Papa, give me all these things, money, wealth and power, position, etc. I am contented, happy with that. I don't want your Brahma Vidya. You give it to someone else. Like many of the children say, no, they want from the parents all the money, wealth, security, but never the guidance, never the advice. Maximum of the common children are like that. We all have never received every knowledge given by our parents. And they only come as our children, and when we give them, they don't take. Unlike that, this person, the Bhrugu, is little different. That he has taken along with other things, whatever the father, if at all, has given, this Brahma Vidya also. That means what? He has regards, respects, not only for the father, because of which he took the Vidya, but he has got the respect for the Vidya also. So the father has love for the child, father has the value of the knowledge of Brahma Vidya. Therefore, to that loving child, the valuable Vidya he gave, which is expected to give moksha. That is how the Vidya's stuti is done here. So too, the child has all devotion, respect, reverence for the father. But not only that, that reverential respect to father, when he gave the Brahma Vidya, with both the hands open, this Bhrugu has received it. So, by this, what's happening? Already loving relation of father and son has become more beautified, divinized because of the transferring or communication of this Brahma Vidya. Finally, if you see, be attentive. This father is not only fulfilled as father himself, but he is fulfilled himself also is a guru. And not only he has fulfilled himself as a guru, but to the disciple, by giving the Brahma Vidya up to the level of experience, he has really fulfilled his real being himself in the Anubhuti, the father Varuna. So too, the Bhrugu, the disciple also, not only fulfilled his mission of being the son, but he also fulfilled his mission of being the disciple, and he has fulfilled the mission of his being a human by receiving this knowledge and translating it into experience. So, therefore, what is important here? Father and son, yeah. Guru Shishya, yeah. Experiencing the truth, yeah. All the three. Among these three, experiencing the truth is ultimate. For that, even if you are a son, become a disciple. Even if he is your father, make him a guru. So even if you are a father, become a guru. Even if he is your son, make him a disciple and convey this knowledge. And before that, live ideally first of all, like a beautiful pair of father and son, where mutually love each other and respect each other. That's what. Value each other. If like you and I have that respect and value mutually, that is why we are able to daily communicate this Brahma Vidya. If that value you don't have for me or I don't have for you, respect if you don't have, then you won't come to the class. Then the Vidya transferring cannot be done. So always you have to respect Vidya, the giver of the Vidya. Then only from the giver we can respectfully receive the Vidya. Thereafter, respect the Vidya surely because of its theme. That it is the mukti giving jnanam. And what is the expression of giving that respect to this mukti giving jnanam? Using it for gaining that mukti. This Bhrugu has done it, taught by the Varuna, and Varuna saw to it that his son disciple Bhrugu could do. That is why this Brahma Vidya's stuti here done through this Akyayika. Clear? Now the explanation continues. So, Bhrugurvai Varunihi. So, Bhruguhu, it is evam nama. Okay. Bhruguhu iti evam nama prasiddha anusmaryate. Iti evam nama prasiddha anusmaryate. So the Bhrugu by saying and the word why, that letter is used to say that a prasiddha he was, and anusmaryate means what? He is very very well known to all. Like the Mundaka Upanishad disciple also the Shaunaka Rishi. Bhagavat may be Shaunaka from Suta he listens. So to Parikshit also famous. Then by the time he is the king of the whole kingdom. So prasiddha anusmaryate. So by this what is said? That the Akhyayika has become famous also because the audience here, the Bhrugu, is not Kon Kiska, not known to anyone. No, he is very, very prasiddha. So therefore, if a prasiddha Vyakti has received this knowledge, that means that knowledge must be very prasiddha. Like we said yesterday, all the advertisements, we do it through the prasiddha Vyaktis in the world, so that when the youngsters or anybody looks at, if my hero is using those things, how much or costly it is, I'll also go for it. So what it means? Ki Bhrugu and Varuna are not a very unknown, very common citizens or filled with irresponsibility, laziness, unknown anywhere. No, no, no. They are very active, very dynamic in their life, fully engaged in to such an extent that both of them are prasiddha. Bhrugu is more prasiddha, very active, dynamic. That is the meaning of here Bhrugu iti evam nama prasiddha. Very well known, very famous. Anusmaryate. He is being remembered by all the people, known to all. So how do you say prasiddha anusmaryate? Because the letter Y that is used in that Upanishad. Ushanha Vai Vajashravasaha Sarvaidesam Dadau Shaunakoha Vai Mahashalaha Angirasam Vidivad Upasannaha Papracha. Is it not? These things only in Gita Bhagavan talks in the ninth chapter. That is a famous personalities we have heard. In ninth chapter, Bhagavan says, you are also famous, Arjuna, because of your Anasuya quality. Therefore, I am giving you the famous knowledge. And this famous knowledge, the Prasiddha Jnana, Bhagavan specially titled here for the sake of Arjuna, suiting to his choice. What is that? He called this Vidya there as Raja Vidya and Raja Guhya. बिकॉज अर्जुन इज ए राजा तो उनको उस भाषा में बोलो तो समझ में आता है व्हाट इज गिवन इज आत्मविद्या ओनली व्हाट इज गिवन इज तत्व विद्या ओनली व्हाट इज गिवन इज परा विद्या ओनली व्हाट इज गिवन इज ब्रह्म विद्या ओनली बट ही एड्रेस इट एज राजा विद्या राजाओं का विद्या और विद्या नाम राजा विद्याओं में राजा है बहुत राजा लोग after finishing their service or tenure to the country gave the kingdom to the children they went into forest gained this knowledge from their disciples therefore from mere raja they became raja rishi therefore राजाओं का विद्या है राज विद्या the other way विद्याओं में राजा है because it is only this brahma vidya which gives moksha that name he gave and you are anasuyu therefore I gave you so that is the famousness in Arjuna also in the fourth chapter bhaktosi me sakha cha iti you are my devotee and you are my friend that way I know you you know me and everybody also knows Arjuna's greatness to such a in many aspects famous people the spirituality is given among them the outer being famous is well known to the world and well known to the world not being a negative person but being a person of honesty contribution service purity etc not a gunda ityadi but sometimes if that outer famousness is not there never mind because everybody doesn't become famous like that there will be no meaning to that being famous but then inside if those qualities are there like Bhagavan said anasuyave bhaktaha asi so these are not external expressions the inside when we are bhakta to the Shruti Mata to the Guru to Parabrahma and Ishtadevata so too, we don't have the Raja of all Durgunas called as Asuya in us, of differentiating and belittling others, finding faults with others, and trying to abort their growth. If these nonsenses are not there in us, then in some form the Lord comes or sends the Guru and they give us the Brahma Vidya. So this way, Prasiddhi is outside, Prasiddhi is inside. And because somebody is inside very prasiddha in his good qualities, that he does good work outside, thus he becomes prasiddha outside. And to that prasiddha people, especially like Arjuna or anyone, here the Bhrugu or Shaunakaji, unko ek jnana diya. In other cases like Nachiketa Adi, they were not prasiddha outside, famous. A child of 6, 7, 8 years How can he be prasiddha outside? But inside, for his qualities of, you know, Shraddha, Avivesha, all that. That how to Pitu Hita Kamana Prayukta Shraddha Astikya Buddhi Avivesha. So how to make good for my father who is doing wrong by giving bad cows to the Brahmanas. तो यज्ञ समाप्ति भी नहीं होगा, पाप भी लगेगा. Then how can I help my father? That inner quality of Shraddha, which asked, because his intelligence is what? For my sake, the father is hiding the good cows, giving bad cows, and doing the incompleteness of yajna as well as doing the papa. अगर मैं खुद ही उनका प्रॉपर्टी हूँ, मुझे खुद ही वो कहीं दे दे, तो ये पाप भी अवॉइड हो जाएगा. That much Shraddha he had, as if ready to sacrifice himself for the sake of father. So that father does not do any papa of giving bad cows to the Brahmanas. Pitodaka jagdatruna dugdadoha nirindriya. So that inner prasiddhi he has got. It is again tested when he has gone to Yamaraj. He stayed 3 days there without food and sleep and water or any entertainment. When he came, then Yamaraj said, ask 3 moons. First he asked for the father, second for the world, third for Brahma Vidya. When Yamaraj tempted him with everything, he has shown his inner metal, inner prasiddhi. Is it not? Therefore, to him the knowledge is given. So, if we have to become prasiddha outside by doing lot of services, is it not? Not the negative prasiddhi. That outer prasiddhi in a positive manner also invoke grace of God and Guru in the form of giving us Brahma Vidya. The inner prasiddhi of purification, of bringing our heart to the Shuddha Sattva Guna, eliminating all desires from the root of Rajoguna and the lazinesses. Inside, when we are prasiddha, Bhagavan is Antaryami, he is Bahiryami, he knows everybody, therefore he sends. You and I may not be prasiddha outside, nobody knows us. But inside, thoda jignasa hoga kisi janam ka, therefore Bhagavan is giving Brahma Vidya. But Siddhanta Rupena, उस पर convince होकर, having gained the knowledge, doing the actual sadhana, reaching to the goal, these are the targets we have to have and we have to achieve them. So, भृगुर्वैवारिणी वै शब्द प्रसिद्ध अनुस्मारक. तो वै शब्द क्यों है? आप प्रसिद्धता का स्मरण कराने के लिए of that Bhrugu Maharaj, Bhruguji Brahmana. So clear? So therefore again this tells the stuti of the Vidya, that this famous person has taken up Brahma Vidya for his study. He has not given it up. The Shaunaka, the Nachiketas, the Bhrugus, they having received that knowledge, lived LIVD, only that knowledge, experienced it, and same thing they have done, the Prachara also, like Gurudev. He went to Shivananda Maharaj, he went to Tamon Maharaj, he learned from both of them, he experienced throughout life, he taught that only. So, Bhrugu iti evam nama prasiddha anusmarete, we have seen. Okay. So, Bhruguhu vai, these two words are explained. That why tells the famousness of Bhrugu. And Bhrugu Varuna's story's purpose is to tell the Mahima Stuti of the Vidya. So Akhyayika is for the Vidya Stuti. The letter Y is to tell the Stuti or the greatness of the Bhrugu, because that Y indicates the famousness. Indeed, in fact, there was. Why is it so? Like, as एडवर्टाइजमेंट की बात हमने कहा कल, कोई ग्रेट पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स का भी एग्जांपल दी. So too, so many sadhu sant are there in India, unfamous, doing their own तपस्या. But some famous one limelight में है, लाखों लाखों उनके भक्ता है, डिवोटी, तो उनकी वाणी का फिर लोग ना वैल्यू इंपॉर्टेंस देते. They are called for interview, they are called for the advices, they are called for the satsangu, they are called for various meetings, they are given some memberships, etc. So famous होने से वो वाला फायदा वहाँ. तो यहाँ in this way, the famous one is the Bhrugu. He is a hero or character, the main person. So that way the Vidya Stuti is done. So Prasiddha Anusmarite. Then Varunihi. So Bhruguhu, Vaihi, these two words we have seen. Varuni words meaning we are understanding. Varunihi means Varunasya Abhatyam. So the Varuna's son, he is he. Therefore it's called Varuni. Pandu's son, Pandavas, like that. Okay. Then what happened to this Varuna? Putra, Bhruguhu, what has he done? Such a famous person कि Varunihi means what? Varunam. What did he do? Varunihi, Varunam, Pitaram. So Bhrugurvai Varunihi. Then Varunam Pitaram. So Varunihi, Varunam Pitaram. ये तीनों मिलाकर शंकराचार्य जी बता रहे वारुणि वरुणम पितरम. So to his father, who is Varuna, he went. But before going, with what idea this Bhrugu, the disciple, the son, has gone, Shankara Bhagavan is saying in the beginning only. Means what? If you have this quality, you can make out of your own father the great Guru. If you don't have this quality, even from the Guru also, forget about the Guru, God, or Father, even a well wisher or a friend also, we can't invoke. Because this is a very subtle secret. Listen carefully. What we have in us, the metal, depending on that, depends on that, is what we invoke from the world outside. Just like you have the true bhakti shraddha in me, then in that stone called as alagrama, I can invoke the Vishnu Bhagwan. It is my inner capacity because of my shraddha and bhakti. पत्थर में भी मैं भगवान को देख सकता हूँ. If I can see God in patthar, why not in all beings? So what we have in us, we invoke that. Like we ourselves are very selfish, very arrogant, then we invoke enmity and anger from the people around. Is it not? When we in our personality have the attitude of love and service, we command or invoke the prema, the goodwill from the world outside. Yeah. Therefore, how Bhrugu could invoke the Sadguru or the Brahmajnana giving Guru from his own father, Varuna, which is very, very rare feat. So rare that their Samvada has become an Upanishad only. Itna rare hai. What was that inner preparation the Bhrugu had in the beginning only? Our Shankara Bhagavan is mentioning here ki Brahma Vijignyasuhu. Okay? With that Brahma Vijignyasa, that with the full Vijignyasa means Visheshena, completely, perfectly, to know the Brahma Tattva, the Brahma Vijignyasa, say he has gone to his father Guru Varuna. So, Pitaram Brahma Vijignaso Upasasaraha Upagatavanu. So, this Upasasara is a mantra of the Upanishad, and Upagatavan is Bhashyakara's Bhashya. So, Upa means Samipe, Gatavan means he himself went. So, by these two words, the Upanishad may Upa word, in which the meaning is the disciple himself should go to the Guru, should surrender to the Guru, should ask the question, should listen, which is a rule in getting Brahma Vidya for any disciple from the Guru, that is being proved here by the great Bhrugu, the Shishya. Means what? He has not taken his father for granted as a father when he had to get the Brahma Vidya from him. So Upasasara is, as it is said in Mundaka Upanishad, Tad Vijnanartham sa Gurum eva avigachet samitpanihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. Or as it is said in Gita, Tad Vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena and sevaya. और तमाराध्य गुरुम भक्त्या प्रक्व प्रश्रय सेवनैः प्रसन्नम तमनुप्राप्य पृच्छेत ज्ञातव्यम आत्मनः. Like in each of the text, the required way of approaching by the disciple to the Guru is mentioned. So our Bhrugu followed all of that. He never neglected that process. Just because he's a father, he has not taken him for granted. That is a greatness in the Bhrugu, and that's what he was brought up by the father, the Varuna. So these are very intricate, subtle things which have to be understood by us through such prasanga, which not only help in spirituality, in the world also. Like in some families, the father maintains such a dignity and distance and love also that he is able to communicate the guidance to the son. Son also is able to take it. A very good matured father son relation. In other cases, two extremes. One, too much attached to the son. That son only says, Papa, batao main kya sikhaun tumko. The other extreme is they fight with each other like enemy. that they don't talk to each other only for years together. Many houses are of these two categories. Only few are there where they maintain the love intact, difference, distance, same way, same time, the mutual respect and trust that the father is able to communicate what is to be communicated. And son also is receptive. इनका ये ऐसा bringing up है. That is the meaning of here कि उपससारा उपगतवानो has gone near. So having himself gone duly to his father Guru, the disciple Bhrugu, what did he said? What did he ask? So beautiful. He says, Adihi Bhagavo Brahma iti. Hmm. That is a mantra. I told you million times. Please keep the book in front of you with Bhashya. And that mantra should be in front of you. So when I am chanting mantra, you are chanting with me the mantra. When the Bhashya is explained, you have the three jobs to do. You are listening to the Bhashya and you are seeing the Bhashya in the Pustakam and you are seeing the other Pustakam in which to which mantras pada this Bhashya is there. Like the other Varunam Pitaram. तो वारुण ही वरुणम पितरम, ये तीनों मिलाकर भगवान भाष्यकार ने लिखा वारुण ही वरुणम पितरम. Then who is he? That Varuni, the Varuna, Varuni, the Bhrugu, कि ब्रह्म विजिज्ञासु. Then the mantra में क्या लिखा है? उपससारा. So here also upagatavanु has gone near as any disciple in any Upanishadic Brahma Vidya or Gurukula has to reach, that way he reached. Now, there, Adihi Bhagavo Brahma iti, this mantra has to be explained. First, he writes as it is, our Shankar Bhagwan, Adihi Bhagavo Brahma iti, Brahmeti ko Brahma iti, सिर्फ संधि विच्छेद किया. अनेन मंत्रेण. This itself is a mantra. In this way, he has reached to his father. अनेन मंत्रेण. सो श्रुति माता सेज वो पिता के पास जाके ब्रह्म विद्या को पूछा नहीं, इस मंत्र के द्वारा ब्रह्म विद्या को पूछा है. सो दिस कैन बी a standard who everybody can take it. Understood? This sentence can be bodily lifted by anyone and can be used when we go to any other guru to get Brahma Vidya. So he did not say, Pitaji, मुझे ब्रह्म विद्या सुनाइए. Then in other case, if we have to use that sentence, the Guru must be Pitaji or Pita must be Guru. But it is not necessary every time. The father alone is Guru. Anybody can be. So to be able to be useful for anybody, this address done by Bhrugu has become universal. Therefore, Shruti Mata says और शंकर भगवान says, इस तरह के मंत्र के द्वारा उन्होंने अपने पापा गुरु से बात किया. पापा गुरु से बात, फादर से बात किया, but father is a guru. As it is spoken to a guru, that way he addressed you. He did not say Adihi Pita Brahma iti. He said Adihi Bhagavo Brahma iti. So Adihi means teach me, empower me, educate me, see to it that I do the अध्ययन. मुझे आप अध्यापन कराइए, मेरे से अध्ययन कराइए. Adihi. So in this so many things. Just merely listening is different to give the information. And one or two questions, doubts are there that answered, that also little better, but not the ultimate. The ultimate is Adhyayan Karana. Adhyayana means, for example, the physics or chemistry teacher, let us say. So he in the theoretical class, he explains the chemicals, their combination, and when they are brought together, what the precipitate outside it comes. And the lakshanas of all that which comes out. Therefore, the hypothesis. They are all called theory. Now we all understood? Yes, sir. Let us experiment it. So he takes them to the lab. Then in the laboratory, he just shows these were the things to be taken as utensils. Now this liquid one or the one liquid two, as I told you in the theory classes. Now let me do it first. You observe it. And exactly if it is to be mixed up to bring out the precipitate, adding any catalyst, the catalyst, this is chemical 1, chemical 2, then they are being mixed. Now you see the color of it coming, then the odor of it coming, then the density or whatever it is. Therefore, what has happened here? What I taught you in the class, it is shown. Now, this is not sufficient. Now you go to your own particular desks or tables. Same liquids are given to you. You also do what exactly said by me. Then you do it. Then report back to me. Time given 3 minutes. So everyone with washed hands, putting the gloves, go to that place, take whatever the tubes, test tubes or whatever you call them, urettes, puppets, whatever you call them. Then each one will mix. Then one by one come, depending on their time of achievement. Sir, I have done. So then he corrects. Yeah, in this base is less or acid is less. Your proper quantity. You have not done, therefore precipitate is not perfect. Do it again. Do it. Then second time he comes. But this time the other thing is wrong. You do it again. Third time perfectly mixes. Now you understood how to do it, how to bring out the result. This thing is called adhihi. Adhyanam karana. What is said in the theory, Guru himself practically didn't shown, and he made the disciples do the practically, and the disciple has come to apprehend it without any doubt. First hand expression, experience. There were theory ka practice from the Guru, and practice ka experience by himself by his own experimentation. This way, the Guru is asked by the disciple here, Bhrugu, adhi, adhyan karaiye. मतलब क्या हुआ? Listening with the ears is श्रवणम. Then doing some mananam is okay. But धी, बुद्धि के साथ पूरी तरह से समझना, उसको कहते हैं अध्ययनम. तो where धी is involved, है ना? adhi plus ayanam is adhyayanam. Here adhi means what? धी, the buddhi is fully used. Ayanam means what? Because of the using of the buddhi, the thing is understood so perfectly that what exactly Guru wanted to convey the truth, Ayanam is to that stage the disciple has reached. That stage is called as Adhyayanam. Guru is satisfied that what exactly I wanted to convey, it has been received by the disciple and it is showing its result. Therefore, Adhihi, आप हमको अध्ययन कराइए. Not just inform and go. Here by saying Adhyayan Karaiye, don't misunderstand. That is putting entire bhara on the Guru. No. I want to do the Adhyanam, आप अध्यापन कराइएगा. मेहनत पूरा मैं हो मेरा होगा. But till I understand, you don't leave me, O Guru. All efforts are mine. But whenever in between a doubts come, please be available for me to clear. Because अध्ययन मेरे लिए कोई तो कर नहीं सकता. I have to use my buddhi to understand by analyzing what Guru said. So effort is not thrown on the Guru by saying, आप मुझे पढ़ाओ, आप मुझे समझाओ. आप मुझे समझाओ मतलब मैं समझने का भरपूर कोशिश करने के टाइम जहां भी नहीं होता समझदारी, वहां आप एक्सप्लेन करके you make me understand. Effort is mine. Don't misunderstand when such things are told. Like I am surrendering to God. Doesn't mean that all our bhoja dependency, all our required, we are putting it on the Lord. Because in any time the surrender offering, when words come, this type of mind's tendency comes to misunderstand. In fact, the more we surrender, the more we become responsible, active, and dynamic to do what the God or Guru or says to whom we are surrendering. Surrender is not irresponsibility, rather, it is intensified responsibility. So to, oh Guru, mujhe adhyayan karaiye is not irresponsibility and putting the responsibility on the Guru. It says, I am doing adhyanam, but please guide me in such a way that I don't miss anything. Therefore, Guru will explain in crystal clear words that itself is half adhyanam, adhyapanam, disciple receives it too. And any doubt at all comes, then he'll ask. Otherwise, in the first to go of teaching itself, if the teacher taught the best way, the disciple is tuned properly, everything is received. Maximum one question or two doubts cleared. So, ho gaya adhyanam. So, adhihi. Okay, bhagavo, most important is this. For him, the father is Guru, the Guru is Bhagavan. And lucky now, he has chosen his father to be the Guru and has a feeling toward his Guru as Bhagavan only. And how many lives he must have done the Punya Upasana that Bhagavan became his father and father took the role of Guru now. है ना, परमात्मा ही पिता के रूप में आकर पिता ही उनको अभी गुरु बनकर पढ़ा रहे हैं. This is what You know, if you are deserving, the unknown person also can become our guru and take care of us like father and teachers. If we don't deserve, our own father becomes a Hitler and tyranny and will kick us left and right, depending on what way. So Adihi and Adihi Bhagavo. Hey Bhagavan, or respectful, reverential father, or guru, or God, Brahma iti. And what you want me to do, the Adhyapanam, Adhyanam is done by the disciple. Adhyapanam is done by the guru, or what guru teaches in Vedanta or in Sanskrita is called Guru ne Adhyapan Karaya. Adhyapana kiya. And what disciple does is called Adhyanam. So in English we call as a teacher taught. And then the English में दोनों में हो जाता है. Teacher is teaching, guru is disciple is taught. Teaching of the teacher is called adhyapanam. Learning from the guru by the disciple is called as adhyanam. Passive का एक हो जाता है फिर guru taught the disciple, disciple got taught from the guru. So here adhyapanam, adhyanam, adhihi bhagavo brahma iti. He is asking only Brahma. You see, adhihi bhagavo brahma iti, only one sentence. How crystal clear the disciple in is asking, and in the clarity of the thing is asked. He has asked no two things, only one. And that one thing is nothing other than Brahma. That is why when you pause and see each of the word and sentence, what is essential for us to grasp, we will be able to grasp. कि हाउ मेनी थिंग्स उन्होंने पूछा, 2 या 3 या 4 या 5, एक ही पूछा और वो एक कौन-सा पूछा? ब्रह्म को ही पूछा. He has not asked anything other than. So this should be a deserved disciple's qualification, and to whom when the guru gives what is asked, that interaction becomes a great Upanishad for later on people to study. So Adihi Bhagavo Brahmeti, like everywhere. Kasmin Bhagavo Vijnate Sarvam Vidam Vijnatam Bhavati. So too in Kata Upanishad also. Yayam prete vichikitsa asti manusya asti teke nayam asti iti jaike etat vidya manushishtastvaya. So to kena keneshna patiti preshtam manha kena prana pratham paisukta keneshna vachamadanti. So to Arjuna etshreyasya nishidam bruhitan me. Then even in Suta ji कहते हैं, Sukadev ji, sorry, Shaunaka ji to Suta. श्रेयसामपि श्रेयः पावनानां च पावनं कृष्णप्राप्तिकरं शाश्वत साधनं तद्वदाधुना. So whether the Shaunakaji asking Sutaji, whether Parikshitji asking the Shukadevji, whether Arjuna asking the Krishna, whether Nachiketa asking the Amaraj, whether the Kena Upanishad disciple asking the Guru, you see that 1 1 2 2 sentence only they ask, maximum utna nahi. And that thing which should be asked, it should be such one answer of which should give us the complete knowledge of the truth reality, and we should have no further questions to ask. Therefore, Adivi Bhago Brahma iti. ये भगवान ब्रह्म आप मुझे अध्ययन कराइए इति अनेन मंत्रेण. Okay, adhihi means what? Adhyapaya means what? Kathaya. This kathaya means not katha again. Kathaya means so exhaustively, lovingly, please tell me, and let the telling me be your adhyapanam, and it becomes my adhyanam. Means the intensity, the depth, the sincerity, the seriousness should be there in the teacher in teaching, should be there in the listener, the disciple listening. That is the meaning of adhihi, adhyapaya, kathaya. So we have seen this much. Bhrugurvai varunihi varunam pitaram upasasaraha adihi bhagavo brahmeti. We have seen. Now in this we have to become what? Not Varuna. We have to become Bhrugu. Go to our Guru in this proper पद्धति. परिप्रश्न करने से पहले प्रणिपात करके सेवा करके प्रश्न पूछना चाहिए. These all presupposes, though we have not, it is not given the Upanishad, that the child must be of great service to the father right from beginning, devoted to the father, respect and reverence. That Varuna also must have done lot of upasana, that he has got such a great son, the Bhrugu, whom he could teach Brahma Vidya. ये बड़ा combination. Excellent. Like Dasharatha doing such a great yajna, that Bhagavan himself came as a putra. So too Devaki Vasudeva. As a Prishni and Sutapa, they did great upasana yajna. That's why Bhagavan Narayana himself came as Putra. No, these are all the things we have to catch. In next life, if I have to be born to a father who is like a Varuna and Brahmajnana, have to do such an upasana. The other way around also, in next life you want to teach Brahma Vidya to your son. First you have to have it and you should get that son who listens. This is what some things we can understand. Now, Bhrugurvai Varunihi Varunam Vitaram Upasasara Adihi Vago Brahmeti. After this of the main mantra, we have seen Bhashya ke saath Artha. Now comes Tasma Etat Provacha. Tasma means Tasmai. Tasmai Bhrugave Upasannaya Prushtavate. To him Provacha Prakarshena Uvacha. Very well the Guru said. So to this Tasmai Provacha sentence of main mantra, what is Bhashyakara's Bhashya? Ki Sahacha Pita, that father, the Varuna, listen carefully, Vidhivad Upasannaya, to that son disciple who has approached him Vidhi Vidhan ke saath, not taking the father for granted and lost the Vidhi. है कि नहीं? दिन इससे क्या होगा जिंदगी में? एक ही, देयर नो टू थिंग्स टू बी लर्नड एंड डन इन द वर्ल्ड. व्हाट इज दैट? विधि. उसमें भी दो बातें होते हैं, क्या पाना वो विधि और उसको कैसे पाना वो विधि. इन दोनों चीजों को हम समझ लेते हैं ना, वी हैव अंडरस्टूड एसेंस ऑफ आवर ओन लाइफ्स एवोल्यूशन. So vidhivat upasannaya. Is vidhivat are so many things. And for understanding that, we have to understand the Mundaka Upanishads mantra of what it is. Tad vijnanartham sa kurumeva abhigachet. Tad vijnanartham sa kurumeva abhigachet. To know the truth, you should go to the Guru only. Okay. In that, the three things are said. Plus fourth one. Listen carefully. What are the three things said? The three different things said in one sentence are depending on where that eva word is used. Eva, matlab only. Clear? Now one is what? As it is said, tad vijnanartham saha gurum eva avigachet. So tad Brahma, to know that Brahma, Guru ke paas hi jana chahiye. Don't go to the Laghu. Understood? In that, what is the meaning? Guru eva avigachet means with the buddhi in our mind. With the Guru buddhi in him, we have to go. So गुरु एव अभिगच्छेत, जिसके पास जा रहे हो उसको आप गुरु मानो, और जो ऑलरेडी गुरु है उन्हीं के पास जाना. Who is a guru? Shrotriya Brahmanishta. Somewhere else you go, then you won't get what you want. So Guru eva. Okay. Second meaning. Tad vijnanartham eva guru abhigachet. Means what? Only to know the truth you have to go to the Guru. Don't go to the Guru for knowing or gaining untrue the worldly things. That you do by yourself, or go to another Laghu, not to the Guru. No, here the eva is used. Tad vijnanartham eva. Earlier was Gurum eva. गुरु के पास ही जाना चाहिए. यहाँ क्या कह रहे? उस तत्व को जानने के लिए मात्र ही जाना चाहिए. Now the eva word, when you put it third place, what that? Gachet eva. What is the meaning? Tad vijnanartham gurum abhigachet eva means you only must go to Guru. Don't make the Guru to come, or don't wait for the Guru to come. They won't come. You have to go. So you only have to go. To the Guru only you have to go, and only for Brahma Vidya you have to go. Three are the meanings of eva there. Two more can be added. One is what? Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam eva Gurum. Don't go to any Guru again. जो श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ है उन्हीं के पास जाना. And the fifth one is what? Samit pani bhutva eva. With the Samit pani in the hand, only you must go. Eva उसको वहां भी add करना है. That Samit pani indicates that I am ready to serve you, the Guru, as long as I am there. And in my heart, I have made all my desires dried away. My ego also, like these twigs, ready for you to offer in the Jnana Yajna. A very powerful mantra that is of Mundaka Upanishad. Parikshalokan karmachitan brahmanah nirvedamayan nasti krutakrutena tad vijnanartham sagurumeva vigachet samitpanehi shrotriya brahmanishtam. That is the second, 10th, last mantra of the second Valli, second Khanda in the first Mundaka. If you understood that, here Vidhivat means that. है ना? तस्मय सच पिता विधिवत उपसन्नाय मीन्स विधि विधान के साथ जो आया. So accepting the father as guru, and second one he himself going, third going only for Brahma Vidya. Now all these very clearly, very conspicuously understood by the father, the approach of the son disciple. And then upasannaya. And then upasadanam, guru upasadanam is one of the topmost things in spiritual evolution. Guru upasadanam is not physically every day going to the class and sitting. That is one habit, good. But in the heart, taking him as the guru, ourselves in the heart with devotion approaching, with the full deep urge in us that Brahma Vidya I have to gain. When these three things are there, then we have half of the Guru Pasadana. The second half is what? That, what do you call? Samit Panihi means readiness to sacrifice whatever the Guru says, readiness to do whatever the Guru says. ये चार मिलकर सम्यक उपसाधनम, a correct, perfect reaching to the Guru, it is said. Now, why all these? Then I need not explain to you, because these are the topics every day we are covering. If we don't have him in him, the Guru Buddhi, as a disciple, we will not listen to him. If we have not gone for the Brahma Vidya, then we waste the Guru's time and our time. And if we don't go to the Guru, if we call the Guru to come to us, then Guru comes under obligation, then we can't surrender to him. And if the Samit Pani, if you don't go, dryness of the vasanas and desires, then filled with vasana, desire we go, then we cannot be stable in the class or in the Guru to listen the Jnana. So if the ego is strong is there, then we compare the one Guru to the other, etc., instead of gaining the knowledge. It is so easy for the Guru to communicate knowledge. What is difficult is to have a disciple with all these such good qualities to receive the simply given knowledge. ऐसा disciple है तो एक sentence गुरु का काफी है. If the disciple is egoistic, he has got his own biasness, filled with rajoguna, kamana adi, and arrogance also, there is the tamagunas, nidra, alasya, pramada, inadvertence, repeating the same mistake. ऐसे दुर्गुणों का भंडार वाला शिष्य, if he goes to the Guru, it is Guru's prarabdha. Please remember, in all spiritual evolutions, even though we say, and true also it is, that all evolution happens by God's grace, even though we say which is true, but to invoke the grace of God, all the onus is on us, right from the day one or scratch one or the beginning onwards, till we are totally surrender and do what Guru says. Onus is ours. Like you have to come to class, you have to get the book, you have to get the pen and paper, you have to open it, you have to be regular and sincere and attentive. You are the ones who have to note the point, you have to do the contemplation. Guru can only organize a class and give the satsang. More than that, what else he can do? No, we have to do. Onus always is in us. Also the subtle things of attitudes, respects, devotions. And problem क्या होता है ना, in the Vedanta or any of the Guru Sambandha, millions of tests are put in the disciple by the Prakriti, by the Devatas to distract or disturb his faith. And many thousands and thousands of good disciples also get failed in this case. They fail in the test. Then they leave the Guru. With the Guru, they leave Brahma Vidya also. Then it becomes a habit for them to leave the Gurus, not to stay at one Guru and learn. Because they failed. How they failed? Guru might have scolded, or he has given a big tough sadhana, or he must have told something to give up, which the disciple did not like. So variety of tests are given, or fail ho gaya shishya. है ना? When the shishya fails, what can the Guru do then for the exams? In the exam. तो ये सबको हमको करना पड़ता है. And one of the thing is what? One of the summary of all of that is what? We have to be totally given up and surrendered and sold out to the Guru. जो कहेंगे वही होना चाहिए हमारे जिंदगी. Not only in the sadhana. Guru sadhana के बाद बताओ samsara and other, you leave me, I know what to do. There are no two things in you. One only, Even samsara aspect also, surrender to Guru and do what he tells and ask him what to do, then only do it. ऐसे बंदे के अंदर ही सबसे बड़ा शैतान ईगो और उसका जो ममता है, ये दोनों जो obstruction है, they can move away. Then only the unobstructed flow of Guru's grace of giving Brahma Vidya through the words enters into the disciple. He can receive it, not otherwise. अदरवाइज देखो हम कितने महात्माओं को मिले जिंदगी में, कितना सुना उनसे, पर कुछ फर्क पड़ा क्या हमें? मतलब डज इट मीन द महात्मास आर लेस इफेक्टिव? It is we who have to become perfect, deserving disciple. You know, like somebody I told you the example. They asked Gurudev on a letter question. Ramakrishna touched Vivekananda. Vivekananda enlightened. What about you? See, that arrogant way somebody questioned Gurudev in one place, Calcutta somewhere. Question answer. Yeah, Gurudev replied, so he's so ferocious and he has such a great daring and guts. He says, forget Ramakrishna, you become Vivekananda and come to me. My toe will do the job. I don't need to touch you also. He said, my toe will do the job. देखो मतलब he gave the knowledge only, बेटा अच्छा disciple बन के आओ. But the fellow was arrogant in asking question. Gurudev also gave the answer like that. The meaning is what? If you are like Naren, Ramakrishna will make you Vivekananda. If you are not Naren, you are somebody else. Then the 1,000 Ramakrishnas together also they can't. You understood? Ramakrishna might have tried many, but nobody could. And Ramakrishna intelligent. He never tried anyone. He waited for Vivekananda to come. De diya. I am also happy. Whoever deserves, they come. I don't want to get into any nonsense. And the people without faith, without any bhakti to the Shastra, we have to beg them to come out of obligation. They come 1 day, 2 days. All the nonsense I transcended. Whoever listen, have Shraddha in the Shastra and in the speaker, come, welcome. Not having Shraddha or Shraddha lost in between, well, go. You be happy, I am happy. No any janjat, Baba. Shanta mana anandam. So here also, the father never went to search the disciples. And the Guru, the Varuna, he stayed. Then luckily the son also, leaving his father, never went anywhere in search of another Guru. उनके घर में ही पिता ही गुरु बने, पुत्र ही शिष्य बने और घर ही आश्रम बना. एंड उनका बात जो है एक दूसरे से करने का, वो ब्रह्म विद्या बना और उनका जीवन मुक्त हुआ. जीवन में उनको मुक्ति मिली. Good combination, no? Bhrugu and Varuna. Father became Guru, son became disciple, house became the ashrama, communication became Brahma Vidya, and the life became fulfilled by the Brahma Anubhuti. What more beautiful can than with this? Okay, so Sahaja Pita Vidvat Upasannaya Tasmai. To that son disciple, Bhrugu, who has come with Vidvidana to him. है ना, अधि भगो ब्रह्मेति, उसमें देखो what he asked is Brahma. With what attitude he asked is, you are a God to me and you are a teacher. God because Bhagavo and Guru because Ati. You teach me means you are a Guru. Guru only can teach Bhagwan. So Guru को उनको उन्होंने गुरु माना और भगवान माना. Actually is only father. Therefore, the father also immediately became the Guru and started teaching him. तस्मै तस्मै पुत्राय पुत्राय एतद एतद वचनम word pra uvacha, he spoke out. So see the mantra, tasmai etat provacha. Tasmai means putraya, etat means vachanam, provacha means provacha. Pra uvacha, prakarshena uvacha. Here prakarshena is not in detail. In fact, he never gives details only. He will put a whole responsibility on the son disciple only. But here provacha means the intentional aspect, the attitude aspect. Like every guru will have, basically. बट इफ द डिसेबल थोड़ा नौटंकी वाला है ना, तो फिर उनका इंटेंस थोड़ा कम होता है. Like in a class, every teacher is very intense in teaching the physics or mathematics. Now, the children, if they are notorious, making lots of noise, that affects the teacher's intensity or not. थोड़ा उनको भी लगता है यार बेवकूफ लोग हैं तो इंटेंसिटी गड़बड़ होता है वो. So here provacha means what? Intensely, deeply, with the concern that the disciple son of mine should gain this knowledge. In that way he spoke. That's the meaning of pra. Pra plus uvacha. Provacha. Pra means prakarshena. Prakruštena. Perfectly. With all his pure intention that the child should learn it. Then the disciple. Provacha. उवाच कैन भी कह सकते हैं. अब प्रो ऐड किया प्रा तो उसका भी हमें अर्थ ढूंढना है ना. सो द प्रकर्षेण उवाच. So he has given with full or deep intention of his to teach. Because just like the children take father for granted, though depend, so to the parents are, though attached to the children, they can take them for granted sometimes. So in this case, none of them are taking each other for granted. They're all true, serious, and sincere. Very genuine way their life must be going on. Bhrugu and Varuna. Now, etad vachanam provacha. What did he speak? Annam pranam chakshuhu shrotram mano vacham iti. He only spoke these 6 words. अन्नम अन्नम प्राणम चक्षुः श्रोत्रम मनो वाचम इति. अब देखो कितना इसमें है. He asked for teach me ब्रह्म विद्या. He spoke these 6 things. जिसमें ब्रह्म है ही नहीं. There only the upanis. देखो अन्नम प्राणः चक्षुश्रोत अन्नम प्राणम चक्षुश्रोत्रम मनोवाचम इति. That much only taught. Then again he took up Tagam Hovacha. The second line he speaks. First is this one, second is second one. And what are they? The secrets, the beauty of them. Tomorrow we will see. We'll give you a hint like it was given in that Bhrugu Valli, Brahmananda Valli, same here. Here also, what was the first thing that is taught in the first Anuvaka of the second Brahmananda Valli? One is the Sutra Vakya. Sutra Vakya continues. Other than Sutra Vakya, what are the 2 things told immediately after that? One is the Brahma Lakshana, second is Brahma Upalabdhisthana. Is it not? Satyam Jnanavanantam Brahma is the Lakshana of Brahman. Yo Veda Nihitam Guhaya is the Upalabdhisthana. Usko reverse karke yahan the Guru, the Varuna, teaching his son disciple, the Bhrugu. First he says the Upalabdhisthanam, these 6 things. So Annam Pranam Chakshu Shrotra Manovacham are the Upalabdhisthana for Brahman. And what is the Lakshana of the Brahman as it is said there as Satyam Jnanavanantam? The next sentence. Yato va imani jayante, etc. So from this point, tomorrow we will analyze and understand it. Okay, Annam Pranam Chakshushotra Manovacham. In fact, what are these 6 things? The Bhashyakara will tell. Having studied that, then the second sentence of the Guru, the Varuna to the son, disciple Bhrugu, regarding all that Brahman, what are the Lakshanas, it is said. That's all he does. Ho gaya. Now the disciple son was so greatly brought up. You understand? See, a Guru to whom a disciple goes. But the disciple who goes to Guru is of what type depends on how he was brought up in his house by his father. If the father is matured, he can bring up the son very well and send. Father, then he will only misguide the son and destroy the mind of son. And such son, if he is sent, son is sent to the Guru, it is a calamity only to the Guru. Now, in case of Varuna here, that problem is avoided. Why? Because the disciple being his own son, from childhood he brought him up in such a way that he could only say in few words the entire thing to the son. He could grasp. And in case of the difficulty for a guru to whom a disciple approaches from unknown places, what? From the guru sthiti, he'll have to come down to the father sthiti and tolerate all the stupidity of the newcomer and mold him slowly to a disciple, and then he take up the job of guru and teach. But if the son himself is the disciple for the father, he is so lucky that right from the beginning, out of the child, he can prepare a disciple, and then he himself can become a guru out of father, he can teach. Are you understanding or sleeping? That advantage he encashed. क्योंकि बचपन बेटा है तो जन्म तो इधर ही हुआ, तो he could bring him up in such a way that few hints are given that child could receive. But if the disciple comes from some other place, it is tough for the guru. उसको mold करना है. That is why from 6 places 6 disciples come to that people are the ऋषि. उन्होंने देखा ये एक एक बंदा ऐसे ठीक नहीं है और म्यूचुअली तो पता नहीं ट्यून्ड है कि नहीं. He said 1 year you stay there and do all these things. Then he said as a modesty, you ask question, if I know I will tell you. The meaning of that is what? After 1 year, if I find you to be fit, I'll give you a chance to ask, then I will tell. If I want to, otherwise I will not. Do you remember Prashna Upanishad? सुकेशा च भारद्वाजः शैब्यश्च सत्यकामः सौर्यायणी च गार्ग्यः कौसल्यश्चाश्वलायनः भार्गवो वैदर्भी कवन्दी कात्यायनः ते एते ब्रह्मनिष्ठा ब्रह्मपराः परब्रह्मान्वेषमाणः एषः वै सर्वम् अक्षति इति वर्णं ऋषिं पिप्पलादमुसन्नाः तानः स ऋषिरुवाच भूय एव तपसा ब्रह्मचर्येण श्रद्धया संवत्सरं संवत्सत अथ प्रश्नान् पृच्छत यदि विज्ञास्यामः सर्वं हवो वक्ष्याम इति तपस्या ब्रह्मचर्येण श्रद्धा के साथ 1 साल रहो. In that 1 year, he molded out of those useless fellows the disciples. Useless means if at all they are not tuned in any way. Then he gave them a chance to ask question. They got trained a lot before only. 1 year training was not sufficient for them here also. Each one sequentially asked the question. The 6 questions put together became a great Brahma Vidya giving Upanishad. Good. So here also, only 2 things the Guru taught. He disciple went Adivi Brahmo Brahmeti. He says, Annam Pranam Chakshu Shrotra Manovachamiti, then Tagamho Vacha, Yatova Iman Bhutan Jayanti, and Jatan Jivanti, yet Prayant Avisamvishanti ti. Bas. This much he spoke and he went away. Tad Vijignasa. So he gave an advice. Then the disciple went, Tad Brahmeti, ऐसे जिज्ञासा करो तुमको ब्रह्म मिल जाएगा. Then he went and did tapasya. Okay, this way only I will talk, Baba. I will not finish in one day the mantra. I want to enjoy this Taittiriya. Anyway, we have spent so many days. Enjoy in the sense of seeing every word of Bhashya and mantra. Only few more Anuvakas are there to conclude this Upanishad. अगर आप चाहते हो तो अगला तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद 3 दिन में खत्म करेंगे if you want. But this one, in this speed only, we'll go through. And you also are requested to having patience, and if possible, at least some of the aspects you can take home to feel their importance in the heart. Mainly, instead of trying to become a guru, how to become a disciple. If we can focus on that, it will help us. Tomorrow we'll continue. Om, 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 Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamādaya Purnamevāvashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Paramarushibhyo Namaha Parabrahmane Namaha Shrutimātre Namaha Om Brahma Samasta Brahma Vidyācāryeभ्यो Rishibhyo Munubhyo Namaha Gurubhyo Namaha Sri Vedavyasa वैशंपायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादि गुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Thank you friends for your patience. Join in 2 minutes for understanding what is avidya as per our Patanjali Yoga Darshanam. Welcome.